Hello and welcome to week 17 of the FrankenScrap Crochet Along. And this week we're making the Mini Basketweave stitch. So this is a pretty little stitch that is made with front and back post stitches and makes this beautiful basket-like texture. So to start this piece you're going to make a foundation chain of 39.
Okay, and before I start my stitches I'm just going to put a stitch marker into the first loop from my hook, because the turning chain is going to count as your first stitch. Okay, so in the fourth stitch from your hook you're going to make a double crochet, and then for row 1 we're just going to make a double crochet in every stitch across. So you should have 37 double crochet including your turning chain by the end of the row. Let's get a few of these done. And one more. Okay, so row 1 is just all double crochet. Row 2 is where we're going to start our basket weave. So turn, chain 1 and make a double crochet turning chain in your first stitch. I'm just going to mark that. Okay, so now we're going to make alternating front and back post double crochet. So your next stitch is going to be a front post double crochet. So working around the post of the next stitch, we're just going to make a front post double crochet. Your next stitch is going to be a back post double crochet. So we're going to work around the back of the next post. And then the next one is a front post. So we're just going to do alternating front and back post double crochet for each stitch across. Okay, so you'll see your front post stitches popping out and your back post stitches going towards the back. Okay. So front post, you just reach around the post just like that and then finish as a normal double crochet. Your back post is the opposite and you're going to come from the back of the post round the front and then just finish the stitch as a double crochet. So when you've got 2 stitches left, your last stitch will be a front post double crochet. And your final stitch in the last stitch of the row, which in this one is going to be in that turning chain, and it's going to be a double crochet. Okay, so it's not a front post or back post, it's a normal double crochet. And you'll have a little pattern like that. Row 3, you turn. Make your double crochet turning chain as your first stitch, and now we're going to do the opposite of what we did in the row below. Okay. Well, I say we're doing the opposite, we're not actually, we're going to do exactly the same, but once you turn it round to the other side it will look like the opposite. It will make sense, I promise. Right, so your next stitch is a front post double crochet again. And that brings that out to the front. So you see how this pops out, so it looks like a front post double crochet, but because we made it on the other side it's actually a back post. But this time we're going to do a back post double crochet. Then a front post double crochet, and again we're just repeating row 2, but because we're working on the reverse it comes out looking different, but we'll show you what it looks like in a minute. So the last stitch was a front post double crochet, so the next one is a back post double crochet. And then a front post double crochet again. So it's exactly the same, but it's going to start to look different to what it did before. The basket weave stitches can be a little bit confusing until you get the hang of what's happening. And then the final stitch of the row is going to be a double crochet, plain double crochet just to finish. And you can see the pattern starting to come through. You see how we've got the front posts alternating, they're staggered, and you'll get this little ridge where your back posts are. And that's the little mini basket weave stitch. So you're just going to repeat row 2 all the way up for this piece.
So to complete your mini basket weave piece, you're going to be repeating row 2 until you have 15 rows in total. Once you've completed row 15, you can cut off and weave in your ends, and then you need to join this piece to the rest of your FrankenScrap. If you need to see the layout on where this piece goes, you can find the full instructions in the link underneath this video, and it will take you to the layout. Once you've done that, that's week 17 complete. Don't forget the Facebook group is here if you need it, and if you just want to meet your fellow FrankenScrappers. The link is beneath this video as well. Thank you for joining in, and I shall see you next week for the next piece. Bye for now.